under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Good morning to everyone. And we'll note for the record that Ms. Sticken is excused. Onto our agenda, I approve the minutes of the January 20th, 2026 board meeting, and note for the record that Mr. McCafferty was excused for that meeting.
So moved. Second.
Thank you. Ms. Stewart, all in favor, aye? Aye. The ayes have it. And we will look to Deputy Director Gallagher to say a few words about Directive 2026-02 and then 03.
Yeah, 2026-02 regards Senate Bill 293, and the Board of Elections will be rolling out our voter information and frequently asked questions for voters regarding that matter. But just at a high level right now, it addresses that all vote-by-mail ballots must arrive at the Board of Elections no later than 7:30 p.m. on election night. Also, it involves voter roll maintenance, where over the last few years, the Secretary of State has released directives in order to better clean up the voter rolls, where if there was mismatching information between the Social Security Administration and Bureau of Motor Vehicles, we've been able to rectify and get matches with that. However, voters were sent letters. Voters were sent letters to help address some of those mismatches. If a voter hasn't resolved it, they'll still be able to vote. They will have to vote provisionally, and at that time on the provisional envelope, they can address the mismatched information and correct it at that time. Just to kind of keep things in perspective, we have over 860,000 registered voters in Cuyahoga County. We're talking about maybe about 11,000 voters who are still in this scenario. So. And of that, maybe 10 of them voted in the last general election. So it's really, most voters won't be affected by this. However, it is part of the voter registration cleanup process. And like I said, we will be doing a voter education for voters leading up to the May primary as well.
Okay. Thank you, Deputy Director. Any questions, board members, for our Deputy Director related to 2026-02? Hearing,
I have one question.
yes, please.
You don't have the answer.
Microphone.
I saw
Microphone.
reading the directive. Oh, I'm sorry. When I was reading the directive, I noticed that the applications for absentee ballots for the May election will still be honored.
Yes, there are applications. They updated many forms, including the vote-by-mail application. If somebody has the old version that has, the fact that you could turn it in within 4 days after, although that information is on there, we are still able to process those applications, so voters won't be affected if they use the old Secretary of State form.
Do you know if that will be the case for the November general election as well?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. All right, hearing that, I move to acknowledge Secretary of State Directive 2026-02.
Second.
All right, second by Mr. McCafferty. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, the ayes have it. Deputy Director Gallagher, any words on 2026-03?
No, that was just a directive that came with a petition for a group that is out collecting signatures regarding SB 56. So it was just a directive that comes in, and we processed that petition already.
Excellent. Any questions? Hearing none, I move to acknowledge Secretary of State Directive 2026-03.
Second.
Second by Ms. Stewart. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it, and the chair recognizes Mr. Stephen Machukas. Welcome.
Hi, Stephen Machukas, Assistant Manager, Ballot Department. On January 28, 2026, the Ballot Department conducted one risk-limiting post-election audit for the January 6, 2026 special election. There were 1,006 total ballots cast in the January 6, 2026 special election. A hand count was conducted of all 1,006 total ballots cast in the audited contests. The accuracy rate for the post-election audit was 100%. Audited races and batch details are provided below.
Thank you, sir. Any questions from the board for Mr. Machukas? All right, yeah, 100%.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I move to certify the post-election audit for the January 6, 2026 Oakwood Village Special Mayoral Election.
Second.
Second by Mr. McCafferty. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. And in our board packet, we received the initial ballot order for the May 5th, 2026 primary election, and I move the approval of the ballot order as presented in our board packet.
Second.
Second by Ms. Stewart. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. And on to candidate and petition services, I move to acknowledge the following resignations from elected office: Matt Rush, Cuyahoga Heights Board of Education Board Member, and Roberto Perez, Olmsted Falls Board of Education Board Member, and the appointments to elected office of Shirley Stubbs, Bedford Heights City Council Member of Council Ward 2, Rick Rayleigh, Fairview Park City Council Member of Council Ward 5, Matthew Bixenstein, Lakewood City Council Member of Council Ward 4, Kelly Aboud, Olmsted Falls Board of Education Board Member, and Jason Krakowski, Newburgh Heights Village Council Member of Council.
Second.
Second by Mr. McCafferty. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. And I move the following candidate withdrawals from the May 5th, 2026 primary election: Cleveland 3D, Jabril Shabazz, Lyndhurst 4B, Mary Russell, Parma Heights 04C, Rick House, Rocky River 3A, Gene Gallagher, Rocky River 4D, Patricia Sharkey, and those persons have withdrawn from the Democratic County Central Committee candidates for the May 5th primary election.
Second.
Second by Ms. Stewart. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. And on to election support. In our board packet, we received voting equipment allocation for the May 5th, 2026 primary election, and this is the initial allocation, and that presupposes, Deputy Director, that there may be some adjustments as needed?
Yes.
But this gets us started? Correct. Okay, thank you. All right, I move the approval of the initial voting equipment allocation for the May 5th, 2026 primary election.
Second.
Second by Mr. McCafferty. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. And on to our personnel agenda. Move to accept the resignation of Juanita Loper, election official 2, absentee services, effective February 27th, 2026.
Second.
Second by Ms. Stewart. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. And the chair recognizes Mr. Gallagher for new business.
Okay, just a brief update regarding the May primary election. Candidate and petition services that counter is hopping. There's been candidates there all the time, and Brent and his staff are doing an outstanding job. They processed over 400 candidates thus far. Just as a reminder, Wednesday at 4 o'clock is the filing deadline, not 4:01, not 4:02, but petitions must be time-stamped by 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Just as a reminder, to candidates, it takes time to walk from your car into the building. You have to get through security, so don't wait to the last minute. You can come today, you can come tomorrow as well, but don't press it and wait to the last moment. We don't want to be here and having to hear the explanations of why their petition wasn't stamped on time. So also just want to, so also I wanted to talk about last Wednesday, we rolled out our new website refresh, although many of the back end pages are the same. The front is much more user-friendly. Well, it was probably 5 years ago that we did win an award for our website, but again, Cuyahoga County always stressing and moving forward and looking for ways to improve. Did a refresh, so it's a little bit more user-friendly on your phone tablet, and it has buttons that can help lead you to the different areas. So I want to encourage voters to take a look at that and experience the new website, yeah.
Thank you, Deputy Director. Board members, any questions for our Deputy Director? All right.
No, sir.
Hearing none, the chair has received no requests for public comment and no request for executive session. Therefore, I move to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Second by Mr. McCafferty. All in favor, aye. Aye. The ayes have it.
So does the audience.
Have a great day, everybody.